Hi everyone, welcome to this IG Live on fundraising for grassroots organizations. We're going to be talking to Ashok Rathod, who's the CEO and founder of Oscar Foundation. And he's going to talk to us a little bit about the different approaches that he's used to raise money for the work that they do. I'm going to give it a few minutes before he joins. But till then, I'll give you a little bit of context on why we're doing this. So, one sec. Yeah. Okay, we'll just wait for him. So in terms of context, we all know that funding is key to survival for nonprofits. Without adequate money, we can't run our programs, we can't hire talent, we can't serve the communities we want to serve. So it is critical. It's pretty much the lifeblood for every nonprofit. And so given how important it is, everyone in the sector, oh, here he is. One sec, sorry. I'm still... Ashok, I think if you can accept the invite, I'm trying to figure out how to kind of get you. On. Clearly. One second. We're just waiting for him to join. I can see him joining, but I still can't see him on the screen. While he joins, let me just introduce myself, which I forgot to do. My name is Smarinita Shetty, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of IDR, which is Asia's largest media platform dedicated to social change. I can see him joining, but I can't see him on my screen. Okay. Just a little bit of patience from all of y'all.
Hello.
Hi, Ashok. I can hear you, but I can't seem to see you.
Hello. Hello, Smarinita.
Hi, Ashok.
Hello.
There. Hi.
Can you hear me?
Can you see me and hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Hi. Welcome. Sorry, it took us a little bit of back and forth to kind of get you on the screen. So welcome to IG Live. It's nice to kind of see you here. So before we start, I just want to introduce you to our viewers, and then I'll give them a little bit of context. I did do a little bit of context setting before, but so everyone, this is Ashok. I think many of you on this live know him. I can already see comments which say they love the work you do. So I think you already have a fan following, but for others who don't, Ashok is the founder and CEO of Oscar Foundation. which is a community-based sports for development organization, which basically means that they use sports, and in Ashok, I mean Oscar's case, Oscar Foundation's case, it's football, to work with young people and ensure that they stay in school, right? And through your programs, your organization has reached 15,000 children and youth since 2010. Is that the right number?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, welcome, and it's great to have you on board. And I was telling the viewers before you joined, saying how important fundraising is, right, to all of us who run nonprofits. That without that, we pretty much can't do anything, right? We can't serve our communities, we can't grow our programs, nothing. So I think when Derek and Joanna met you, they were fascinated by not only the work that you do, but also the interesting approaches that you had, around fundraising. And we thought like a lot more people could benefit, right? Or they would be interested in learning more, and which is why we have you here. So thank you again for coming on board.
No, thank you
Um,
for giving
so
me.
we'll just start with a few
Yes.
questions, and then, it can become a conversation. So can you start by just telling all of us a little bit about Oscar Foundation and your journey, because you've had an interesting journey as well, in the last so many years. So can you give us a little bit of, background?
Smarinita, thank you so much for inviting me here and giving me this such a um, great platform. All the NGOs follow your IDR, and we all respect what you do. I really enjoyed meeting Derek and Jonna. First of that, I'm very proud and I'm very happy that I invited here to share my experience. So I never thought that I will be here and going to give a talk. So I will share my journey from 2006 when I started.
Um, so
Hello.
yeah, sorry, we lost your this. Yeah, but now you're back. Yeah. So
So I started in 2006 with 18 children, school dropout kids, and I thought that I need to do something because um, these children don't have any guidance, they don't have any mentorship, and so in an early age, mentorship is really helpful for the children because I could experience from my life. My father, he guided me and he explained me the importance of education, so I continue my education, and I was playing sports also. Rugby I was playing, and then occasionally I used to play football as well. So this combination really helped. It saved it's saved my life, and I thought I will share the same because my journey, my experience to the younger children who don't have a mentorship, and they are easily going to be fall in addiction and crime. So it's a small thought, and I thought how I will do that because these children must be getting a lot of many people must be telling them go to school, not to do this, and they're still doing that. So how I will do differently where they will listen me. So then I thought, oh, I always love sports, and I think all children love sports. So I thought I'll teach them football, and then after football, they will be listening me. And So I started like that with 18 children, and slowly, Oscar Foundation. These children started bringing more and more kids in the Oscar Foundation, and then number was growing. And I don't know how do I support them, but once these children come on the field, I have to be support them. I can't say them no, I can't teach you. So I was using my brain and started talking many people. These many children is joining in the program, and in 2009 150 children were part of the Oscar program. And that time I thought that and then I got an award from this for this work, a real hero award, and that award completely changed. It gave me bigger picture because a lot of media was covered. And in 2010 300 children were part of the Oscar program.
hmm.
And that time all the award money I spent on these children, on their equipment, made a computer center. We participated in many competition, And then from that 2010, I started approaching many people. And then, as you know, first they will ask question, do you have a bank account? Are you registered organization? What section you are registered? Do you have a 12A, ATG? All that question were coming to me again and again. Until that time, I didn't thought that I will make this foundation because to help these children. But then I realized that without legal documents, it will be difficult to support these children. And in 2010, registered Oscar Foundation as a trust, Bombay Charitable Trust Act. And then from there, Oscar Foundation been grown. And now Oscar Foundation, it's a community-based organization who reach out 15,000 children across many, around seven states. We have been traveled and trained many youths, community youths, and then they take forward our program. Currently, we are working 7,500 children, and not just the Oscar Foundation has taken many different initiatives. It's not just football and life skills. Now we are working, we are through football, we are empowering girls, adolescent girls. We are creating more role models, youth empowerment program. We have football for disability children. We work with autism and hearing and speech impaired children. Recently, I got one news that 1 year back, one of the boy, he couldn't speak one single word. Then we raised fund for, and we gave them a hearing aid. And now this boy is fluently talking in Hindi. So this many initiative we have. Then we found that last um, 10 years we've been working football and development, but then we realized that many from the foundation, many of the children are very talented in football, and we can't ignore we are using football. So then we thought that if we create a platform for these children, they could show their talent and they can perceive their career in sports because they are very passionate. And we participate in professional league, and now our children playing for ISL club, state league, state level, India level, and many children has been traveled internationally.
Yeah.
So this all
We
happened because
yeah.
of the creating
So
platform.
yeah, I think we come to that because I think that's something amazing that you've done, right? So I also wanted you to speak a little bit, like you said, right? Like, you know, you had to get a bank account, all of that. But also when you set it up, there must have been challenges, right? Like because you were trying to do something, you know, different. Um, so what were some of the initial like resistance that you faced, right? When you went and met, you know, donors and individuals and, you know, foundations. Um,
Yeah, still it's still challenge, but initially was was big challenge for me. And first of that, the people, the opening bank account was the challenge.
right.
Seven banks refused to open a bank account because they were thinking me this is a young boy. I think in India now it's changing
How
that
old
lot.
were you?
I,
Sorry, how old were you when you started?
I, 21.
Wow. Okay.
So they
Okay.
were
Yeah.
thinking, why in this change is this boys doing this charity thing
Hmm.
like that? So they were not, and they were thinking, they were telling me, bring your introductory. So
Huh.
whom I will introductory that time? I didn't know anyone that time. I said I don't have introductory. So then they were refusing my opening bank account. ATG I was not getting because I didn't have proper documents that time. I didn't know how to keep the
Right.
documents, finance part, and I didn't know proposal writing because the donor the proper proposal.
Right.
Um, I learned
Hmm.
everything. How I went charity income tax commissioner and I explained him my
Hmm.
intention. I
Hmm.
don't background of running NGO. I want to do it. So he understood, and then he gave me ATG certificate. It took me 9 months to get ATG certificate. So these are the challenges. Then the donor, they were all asking, which donor is supporting you?
Right.
I said, no one. The first donor to bring corporate donors is very important, and
Right.
everyone, which is the first donor is supporting. I said I don't have anyone, and
Hmm.
then I did some employee engagement, and through that, Tata Taj Hotel, they did an employee engagement, and through that, then we got a next connection with IDBI Bank, Kotak Bank, like that. And then the bank started opening my account now. So
Okay.
bank
Okay.
will give you money, you open a bank account. And then I was thinking, I was thinking, oh, initially bank was refusing, now bank is want to give a fund. So a lot of challenges initially I found. They want 3 years audit. So it took me 3 years to get corporate also. In India, basically sports they see as a fun part. So that time lot of corporate work are not open to give donation on sports for development concept. So
Right.
that is the challenge I face. Then I approach internationally, like FIFA, um, Common Goal, UEFA, then international
Right.
clubs. So these are the clubs they started supporting Oscar Foundation.
So
And
what
then
was the
so
pitch? What was your pitch to them? As in, like, what convinced them to kind of support, right? Because, like you said, a lot of people would say, "Arey, what is this sports?" And it's not conventional, it's not traditional approach. So what convinced them about like supporting Oscar Foundation?
for because I have done a lot of groundwork and I have created through this program a lot of stories we have created.
Mm-hmm.
So I share um, objective. I was very clear that I want to help these children for to help them to continue their
Right.
education, because our philosophy is very simple: no school, no. So based on that philosophy, we've been encouraging children to continue their education. 100% children going school. No one is
Right.
drop out. These children after coming in the program, child marriage reduced.
Mm-hmm.
Girls were coming out from the community. It's a big achievement. Wearing shorts and it was challenging for
Right.
them. Then now the mindset is changed. So that kind of story I was writing in the proposal, that it's not just football, it's a community development. It's a opportunity, equal opportunity for the children and youths. So
Right.
these are the pitch I used to give them, and lot of stories.
Mm-hmm.
So because they are the sports based organization, and so they were connecting with my idea.
Right.
But initially I struggle in India, but now it's a lot changing in India as well.
So did you crack the global market, funding market before India? Like, were the foreign foundations more supportive initially, and then now you've been able to build this, or was it simultaneous?
Initially individual donor was very supportive here in India,
Okay. Okay.
but globally, yes, initially we cracked the global level funding, and that really helped me because a big brand was associated with us. And then slowly lot change in India also.
Right.
Lot of few corporate, they were giving good funding to us in
Mm.
India as well. And that helped me slowly, because once one corporate associate, then the other corporate also they see, okay, they are
Right.
supporting, can also support to you.
Right.
So then now initially my fundraising was almost 70% from the internationally, but now here we are almost equally, and we are more raising fund in India as well. And
Uh,
then
no. So,
for internationally, what I would say that I traveled, I met a lot of
huh,
people. Basically, me
huh,
um, built. We need to communicate our
correct.
work. So I was I traveled. I'm in my one trip. I must be talking 10,000 people, uh, visiting school, sharing about stories, conducting activities, showing them live example. I was taking activities what I was doing here with these schools, international schools. So we did a lot of crowdfunding through the schools, international school in UK. And then through that we did an international tour also, many international tour we did. And through that we built good connection, because people could come and see, meet the children.
Right.
They in that. So then also that tour, it's every year tour now we do.
Hmm.
And this tour not just in the UK internationally, but when they come back, these children, they are become a role model, because then
Right. Right.
entire no one was thought about traveling internationally. And then these children coming back in the community, thousands of children and youth seeing them, want to listen their experience. So it's creating another impact on the community level. Then
Yeah.
again, same that story after coming back, I am sharing them. So then they were more excited to support again.
Yeah. No, I think it's a really interesting model where you're getting the people in the UK and Europe to interact with with your young people and all of that, right? So there's exposure both sides in a sense. Can you speak a little bit more about the crowdfunding thing that the international schools did? Because that seems like an interesting thing for, like, raising money, right? So how did that come about? You said like the international schools would raise money for the program in the
For
UK. Or,
tour,
oh,
international tour.
okay.
So
Oh,
they
for
were
the
raising,
tour. Okay, okay. Right.
and they were more fund, and some of the money we were bringing back to the India also.
Okay.
So basically, we were sharing that it's a cultural exchange
Right.
through football,
Right.
education. They have a lot of facilities. They have education, and our children, they are going playing football. They have their own learning also. So they are sharing their experience. They have their own values. So these children, it's a two-way
Correct.
learning.
Correct.
So our kids learning, their kids also learning from us, and then they in the short period of time they could see the impact in their children, how
Hmm.
they are valued in small things. They are hunger to learn more. So these are the values they are learning from us, how
Right. Right.
happy our
Yeah.
um, then they are also learning that how importance they give for the education, how much
Hmm.
hard work for the education, how they treat equally to the gender. So these are the values our children also learning.
Right.
um,
Right.
so it's a perfect match for that UK tour, and then one tour got very successful. Then there was a one documentary, BBC channel they recorded from Bombay, from Mumbai to London journey. It's called Mumbai Street Striker, and that
Okay.
documentary won a BAFTA award, one of the prestigious award, uh,
Oh, okay.
and so that more visibility has we got.
Right.
And then internationally in UK we got a Duchess of Edinburgh. She's our patron on Oscar. So because they more name, then recently in October, UK Prime Minister hosted us on Downing Street in his house with
Wow.
his wife. So these are the
Yeah.
opportunities we have.
So yeah. So now you like really have a huge platform and canvas, right? Like you all are present and visible very much there. But in this journey, I mean, it was interesting you said, and I think it's important for all of us to learn that, you met 10,000 people, right? Every time you went, because you have to knock on so many doors for, like, some conversion to happen. Were there approaches that you tried that didn't work? As in, like, I'm sure you tried many things. Like some of these have, done really well. Some of these, the exchange programs, the international tours for, the kids from Oscar, the patronage from, like, the Duchess. But are there things that you tried that didn't work? Like
Yeah,
some.
many. I continuously we need to try. It's not that I'm trying everything and it's working. No,
Correct,
it's
correct.
every many things. Like initially, I've been approaching here ISL clubs
Hmm,
um, about funding because I thought they have their football club
correct.
Mumbai City when a big name.
Hmm,
So I thought I'll approach them also, but they were also lacking with the funding
hmm,
for. That I realized, so that didn't work initially. Then also I thought that we will reach out. Oscar Foundation will reach out to the different banks or corporate who support on sports. So we've reached out to them, and then they were asking about um, they were only supporting on the excellence level program like Olympic medal or
right, right.
internationally. Like they are the grassroots development
Hmm,
organization. So that challenge also we face. Then um, also, yeah, we were I've been chasing corporate also from last 2 years, and it's not working. So we need to meet, continuously communicate. Initially, when corporate was not ready to support because there were very new idea this
correct.
sports. Hardly few organization, like 10 organization across India was working on sports for development. So
Hmm,
what I did, I was continuously meeting in India also,
hmm,
sharing this, how the sports is bringing change in the community level. So I was educating people also on the corporate level, on the supporter level. So so that now it's after the pandemic, and government has made many policies on sports. all the different states governments, they are building infrastructure on sports. So people now understanding the importance of sports, not just health. It's a developing mind, physical, emotional, mentally. So it's really helping overall development on sports.
Right.
So the corporate is coming forward. That's why our funding is now, we have more around 50% funding we raise from India only. And then we have very diverse way to raise fund. It's not just corporate. We have donor, um, we organize event, like Mumbai Marathon. We actively participate every year and raise fund. Then we have different initiative like international tour, then corporate CSR, foundation. So the very diverse way to raise. We have a way to raise fund for Oscar.
Yeah. No, and thank you for saying that, because I think my next question was going to be, like you said, right, the way that you're a grassroots organization, marshalling resources at the grassroots level. And that's been a challenge for a lot of other grassroots organizations. Funding is a big challenge, right? So if you're large, again, right, working very, at a large scale, it's easier to raise corporate money because they have large ticket. But what are some of the lessons that other, community-based organizations can, take from your experience, right? Because in the 13 years that you've been formally set up, you've done a fantastic job of like out to different kinds of donors, right? Whether they're individual, whether they're corporates, whether they're foundations. So what are some of the lessons like for your fellow community-based organizations that they can learn from, your journey when it comes to, say, fundraising? What are, like, if you have to think of like 2 or 3 or things that, yeah.
So for me, was initially to build, like to co-create with the community is a very important, because if we win the trust of from the community, it's then other things is then the rest of the thing is the next level. So I worked a lot of things with the community, and I involved community in the program, because I want this community to take this program. It's their program. So we work with children, then after that we work with the youths, then parents, then we slowly involve the community also. Because when we take the people, the donor, we we never ask first money. We ask always to come and see the work, meet
Mm.
our. So we try to bring the, once they come and see from their eyes, then it's more chances to convert them in the as a donor. So and then once we bring them in the community level, so then the community people become a brand ambassador. They become an ambassador for the organization. Then they share about the pro organization story, impact on their children level and the youth level. So then they get more convinced. So these are the my initial community-based organization, my learning. And
Yeah.
then also to be very transparent, and the legal things all to be where we need to be all updated, and um, being very transparent and honest with the donor, what we getting the funding, and how much we spend, didn't spend, why. So that kind of thing, to build good relation with them and keep inviting them about the updating them about programs. So that really helped to for a long term support from the donor.
Yeah. So as you grow, right, as in, because funding, like as the organization grows, you need more funding. You've done most of the fundraising. Is the community also involved in fundraising today, or is it still like you and like a couple of other people?
Uh, um, Also, community initially the community was involved, because they
Right.
were giving small funding, and we also but now we have a team,
Hmm.
80 people working in the Oscar Foundation.
Yeah.
So the team, we are working in different way, organizing fundraising event, um, gala dinner, like that kind of initiative we are taking. And
Yeah.
but we keeping very open in
Hmm.
fundraising.
Yeah.
We just don't we are asking funding. we are asking resources also, like technology support or building training. That also save money. We if anyone has a venue, so we ask that support, equipment. So we keeping very open to the donor if they want to support in a different way.
No, I think that's amazing, right? Telling the donor, okay, like these are the different ways you can support us, right? Because the minute it's just money, then, it's a yes or no kind of decision. Whereas if you're saying, what do you have to kind of, support us, and then like we can work with that. So I think it's pretty
And
cool.
also we need to evaluate also where that support is really it's associated with what we need. It's not
Correct,
just
correct.
saying, oh yes, what you have. No, we need to evaluate so that what is really it's helping
Right.
and to the organization,
Correct.
and we continue evaluating. Based on that, we are passing that message to the donor.
Right. Yeah. Thanks so much, Ashok. I can ask you a lot more questions, but I'm also mindful that, like, we are half an hour in. But it's definitely been very useful and insightful for me as a fellow, like, fellow CEO to learn from you, right? Like on the different types of, whatever approaches you've tried, the channels you've tried, we usually think of it as in a very like a thing, right? You write a proposal, you ask for money and stuff, but you've tried different ways, and some have worked, some haven't. So it's, I think, really beneficial for all of us to learn from your journey. So thank you so much. Is there anything else you think we should know about, like in like some of the things you've learned before we wind up this thing? Anything that I might have missed asking?
No, I just be very open to keep learning. It's a learning journey, and I keep continuously learning, because I don't have any master of social work background, but continuously learn. And being part of this community initially really helped me, that I was associated with a different institute, like Ashoka Youth Venture, Unlimited India, uh, Prava, many like the organization like that. And through that, I was building the communities and learning from them, getting more contacts. So that really helped me to be learn more. And yeah, just we need to be open mind to learn more and more. So, and continuously fundraising is, we can't, and we need
Yeah.
to continuously meet and talk to the people, share more stories.
No, sir, thank you so much. It's really inspiring to have you speak. And thank you so much for agreeing to come
No,
for this IT Live. It's been a pleasure,
thank you.
speaking to you. Thank you so much. I will stop it right now. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.